How's it going, everybody? Firework Stud here, and today we are doing a video for my vintage firework collection. We'll be showing you the things that I've picked up over the last 6 to 8 weeks, maybe even longer. I like to kind of let a stack of stuff build up and show it all to you at once instead of making a bunch of videos on just 2 or 3 items at a time. Now, this is probably going to be the last vintage pickup I make for some time, just because we're getting close to the 4th. So now money's going towards cakes, rockets, shells, all the good stuff. And I'm just not in a place where I have a bunch of money to be spending on both vintage collection stuff that I don't plan to shoot and on stuff that I do plan to shoot. So you might not see a video like this for some time. That doesn't mean I'm done collecting. If I come across something that I really like, of course I'm going to pick it up, but it will be some time until you see a video like this. So we're going to just go ahead and hop right into it. I should also preface this by saying I had a video on about 3/4 of this stuff already filmed, and it disappeared on me. So there's some stuff I've opened up, and I'll explain that and whatever, but we will hop right into it, starting with this Flying Dragon DOT Class C 4012s. Nice red, white, and blue striped background, and this thing is in mint condition. This is just super awesome. I don't know if it has been uploaded to my channel by the time you guys are seeing this video, but I did open a 4016 Flying Dragon brick that I had. It was pretty beat up, not in the best shape. The wrap was a red back wrap with stars. So after opening that one up, I found this one, and I was like, oh, it'd be nice to replace the one that I opened up. And I do like this back wrap much, much better than the one I opened up already. So nice little replacement brick there for some of the shooters that I opened. We've got like novelties. We've got a type of vintage firework I actually have not had before to show you all today. But we'll go with another brick next. These are Hot Shots DOT Class C 4012s. Nice rose wrap on these. This looks like it has a protective wrap over the original wrap, so I don't really know exactly what shape they're in. But this is a pretty common brick from what I've heard. I found one at a pretty cheap price, so those two things would add up with it being pretty common, but it is not one that I had in my collection yet. So there is the Hot Shot 4012. I guess we can probably have room today to have everything in frame after I show it to you. Next we have here Raging Bulls with titanium. Now most people will not consider this vintage. It is very early UN, but I got this brick because, as you see here, it says with titanium. It is actually one of the firecrackers that really does have titanium. They have a nice white wrap on the cracker with the bull design, and then really nice titanium in the firecrackers. A lot of bricks nowadays will say they have titanium or that they're titanium flash crackers, but there's actually no titanium in them. So I did not pay $100 for this, thankfully. I paid much, much less than that. But this was a nice brick to pick up for just kind of my early UN collection. And I could definitely see myself opening this in the near future just because these are really nice crackers for a more modern cracker than these other crackers I've shown you so far. Let's switch it up. I found a really weird novelty. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but I found this DOT Class C rattlesnake. And it looks to be just like a crackling whip. You've got the rattle at the end there, and then I imagine the snake's head, yeah, look at that. The snake head is under there, and it really does just look like it's going to be like a modern crackling whip. But I thought that was a pretty cool little novelty piece there. Next we have this Oriental Smoke DOT Class C from Peacock brand. This was a super cool little pack. I don't have too much Peacock stuff. That's honestly the reason I picked this up. I paid a couple dollars just for a little thing, but I imagine these are just little like smoke crackers. Yeah, you can see the fuses up there from Peacock. So those are really cool in my opinion. Anyways, let's go with another brick. I found a second Red Lantern Supercharged Flashlight Firecrackers 8016. Now this is the one that I originally had, and when I said I had the video already recorded and it disappeared, I had another one of these, and then I went and filmed a brick opening video. Again, I don't know if that's on the channel yet or not when you're seeing this video, but I did have two. Now I have one and a bunch of packs. definitely keep an eye out for that brick opening video. Those were fantastic packs when I shot them off. They've got 4 different colors, just like the label shows. Just really pretty crackers all around. Let's see, what do we want to show next? Let's do one more brick. Another one I've been on the hunt for a good while were these baby gorillas. We have a 4080. Now I've seen 4040s. I've shot 4040s on the channel before, but never 4080s. These are ladyfingers, if you couldn't pick up on that. Nice leafy back wrap, and this one is also in very good shape. I don't see any tears in the original cello. And like I said, I had been looking for these for a while, so I was really happy to find that brick. Okay, back to the novelty-esque things. I feel like most people have seen these. And I even had a subscriber tell me what they were called. I think it is in German, or not quite sure. But it's like a jumping frog or something like that. If you haven't seen it before, I have got 2 boxes here, so I'll be lighting some off. You light it, it kind of hops around as there's little reports. Pretty cool little thing. When it works, I've heard that they don't work sometimes, but hopefully our pack works and I can show you what those do. Let's go with another brick. I've got a really cool ICC brick to show you guys at the end here, but I also think this next one is super cool in itself. I have a Horsebrand Thunderbomb 4032, and if you can't tell already, it is a very odd shape. I have another 4032, I believe it's Horsebrand as well, in my collection, but this one, unlike the other one, is literally shaped like a brick. The other one is more like square or rectangular. I should have pulled it out to show you guys, but this one is like a big old candy bar. A few interesting things about it outside of its shape is you've got daisies, daisies, daisies. Then you get into stars on the crackers and back to daisies by the end. It's almost like someone put this one together by hand or something. You've got like the popular striped back wrap. You can see that they are crimped crackers in there, as you might expect for a brick like this. And it's in great shape. I don't know if this is the original wrap. It kind of looks like it, to be honest. So mint condition on this one, and such an oddity for a Thunderbomb brick. I was super excited to find this, and I got a sweet deal on it. I'm going to have to make a Thunderbomb collection video. I really did not intend on starting a Thunderbomb collection when I started collecting vintage stuff, but I've just slowly accumulated a decent sized Thunderbomb collection. So maybe I'll film that video right after this one. We will see what time allows. But the next thing we picked up was another Horsebrand Thunderbomb brick. This is an 8016 DOT Class C, and you've got a nice rose wrap. I hadn't seen this back wrap before. That does not mean that it's like especially rare or anything, but I just hadn't seen it, and it was at a good price, so I had to pick it up. That is what it looks like. Just a nice clean brick. That one also looks like this might be a rewrap. No, I actually think this is the original wrap, just in really, really good shape again. All right, here is the type of vintage firework I've never had before. I got a little handful of vintage Roman candles. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the camera there. And we'll just go through them real quick. I believe these are all DOT Class C. You have a Whistling Yankee Doodle, made in China for Herbie Fireworks in South Carolina. This one looks really cool. You have a 5-ball Roman candle. Look at that art. That is super cool. DOT Class C. I do not see a brand. Oh, this was made in Taiwan. That's cool. Not something you see all the time. Another candle here from Pine Brand. I don't believe I've ever had anything from Pine Brand. The number 10 is on there, and that's pretty much the only thing I can tell you about it. DOT Class C, like I said. These are super cool. I love that all of the artworks on these. Wutai Mountain Brand. Look at that dragon. That is really cool. Yellow dragons. And it looks to be a 10-ball. A Red Lantern 10 eagles. So I wonder if this is like a whistling or kind of like a howling candle. This one is a little bit bigger for my lantern. Just the artwork on these guys are so cool. So unique, not bland. It's just, I love one of the best things about collecting vintage fireworks is just the old style artwork on them. I'm not even 30 years old yet. I'm a couple years away from that, so I wasn't like a kid when this stuff was coming out, but I still have a deep appreciation for the artwork on this stuff. Let's see, we've got like 5 more candles. This one's like thick in diameter. It's a 7-ball. Can't tell you anything else. Temple of Heaven brand, maybe. Someone can confirm that in the comments for me. Not quite sure. A Happy Bees candle, flower basket. This would be cool if it had like the bees effect that kind of just swam around, almost like a fish effect would. DOT Class C. 3 more of these, and I'll show you that ICC brick I was talking about. Another pine brand. Is this a duplicate? It looks slightly different than the other one. And another Temple of Heaven New Star 10 shot. This one's heavy. That one's got some heft to it compared to the other ones. And our last one is this Atomic Roman candle. And it does not tell me how many shots, but I think the stars and red and blue design on there is really cool. So I don't know if I'll light any of these off. Something tells me I probably will. If you want to see that, definitely, it's not something I would light without making a video on, just so I could see it in the future. But keep an eye out for those. I thought that was really cool, and I got those like $1 a piece or something like that. I just thought it was an absolute steal. So, all right, last thing for this video. Let me gently grab it. It's kind of coming open. We have this Zebra ICC Class C 88s, made in Macau. Of course, there's no 50 milligram warning on this. This is either a Class 4, I think this is a Class 3 or a Class 4 brick. I need to touch up on that. A design on those crackers I haven't quite seen before, as they are a little bit older. And these are the little square packs, if you have seen them before in other videos or in your personal hunting for vintage fireworks. I need to rewrap this brick desperately, but I thought that was a super cool find. I was able to get, again, just another good price on this, and I just had to have it. This is my first ICC brick. I only have a few ICC packs in total in my collection, so I was really happy to find that brick. And that will do it for this vintage firework collection. Pickup, stash video, whatever you want to call it. Some cool items in here, some things I haven't seen before. More bricks for my Thunderbomb collection. Really just excited about all these finds. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have created a vintage firework collection playlist on my channel and a shooting vintage fireworks playlist on my channel, where you can go see everything that I have in my collection and all of the vintage stuff that I have lit off. My channel is kind of becoming one of those that mixes old and new stuff, big and small, so we do a little bit of everything here. But if you're specifically interested in this type of video, I would go check out those playlists just to see all the good stuff we've done. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any comments or questions on this stuff, please leave it in the comments. There's a lot of you out there that know a lot more about this than I do, as I'm still pretty new getting into the vintage stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you later.